Here's your 20 to 50-year-olds. That's a 30-year gap right there. That adds up to 15% of the people in our worship on the 17th of August. Now let's think about that date. That date was before a lot of our folks who are gone today were taking their kids back to college, so they were in town. It's the first Sunday after school started, so summer vacations are over. It was the day we dedicated the backpacks and prayed for teachers and students and kids. So if there was ever a Sunday when we should have really good participation from our youth and our young families, that was the Sunday to do this. Raise your hand. And these are the numbers from the two services combined when we raised our hands. How many of you are between 20 and 29 years old? How many between 30 and 39, etc.? Next slide.
Just go back one.
Go back one.
Just the 20 to 29 and then 90.
Yeah.
Almost equivalent.
Almost equivalent, 90 plus and 20 to 29. Okay? All right, next slide.
Good average.
Now, I'm gonna generalize here and say that a majority of the folks that are 60 and over, not everybody, we've got folks that keep working well into their 60s and early 70s. But for a lot of folks, this is about time of retirement, right? Right? 52% of people in worship on that day were over the age of 60. Next slide. Now that's showing you those two together. 15% versus 52%. Next slide. That was a stat that Pastor Roger Gansel shared. How many of you are younger than 44? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. If you were born in 1970, and again, 1%, we're not talking about folks who are in their 20s. We're talking about folks that are age 44 and younger aren't going to church. We've got our work cut out. Next slide. Same picture. Here's your 44. 30% of people in worship, including kids, only 30% were 44 or younger. 70% of the people in church on the 17th were over the age of 44. Now, I love all of them, and I'm one of them. I love all of us, and we need, and our church needs this. This is not, we want these numbers high. But boy, we want these numbers up here and these about here as far as percentage. You want a good level, and we don't have that. Next. There are many different designs and drawings about what is the life cycle of the church. I've seen it in circles and that kind of thing. But I like this one. Churches are born, they grow, they mature, they level out, and right here, they do one of two things. They either rethink how they're doing ministry, so they keep growing, or they start to decline. When you're starting to decline, and that's kind of where Advent's about right here, you can do one of two things. You can keep doing everything the way you've always done it with no change whatsoever, and here you go. Or you start by having a mission and visioning event on the 23rd of August as a congregation and lay out a foundation. From that, you put a visioning team together and working with the church council leadership and the staff and the congregation, you start working on some strategies that kind of start moving you in a new direction to go up here. And just to give you a little prelude of what I'm going to share with you later, there are ways to do that where, go back one slide. There are ways to do ministry that grows this, that is not damaging to this. That's one of the fears a lot of folks have about change. I'll share that story later.